Hi everyone! So since I changed up my thumbnail style, a lot of you guys have been asking me to teach you how to create that perfect cutout of a picture of yourself or an object or pretty much whatever you want to do. You can really apply this technique to pretty much anything. It's the easiest, in my opinion, it's the fastest, and it gets the best results. So what you want to do is go to pixlr.com. It's pixlr.com/editor, and it's going to give you this prompt. And you want to go ahead and open image from the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and open up an image that I have on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you totally should, because I kind of tell you guys when new stuff is going to come out, so you guys will be the first to try out new techniques and know how to be popular or whatever on social media. So I'm going to go ahead and open this image up, and this is the image that I'm going to be using for my channel banner. So what you want to do is you want to pick an image or take an image that has space around you. So if it's going to be a picture of yourself, make sure you have a little bit of space above your hair, to the left and to the right of you. The bottom can be cut off mid-torso or whatever. I think that's the best results for your thumbnails or channel banners or whatever you want to use this for. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and open this up as much as you can. This is going to allow you to kind of expand or zoom in, because the more zoomed in you are, the better it's going to be. Just make sure when you do zoom in that you can see all the area. So if you go ahead and zoom in too far and you can't see the top, then it will not work. So for me, I think about maybe like 135 is going to be the best option for me. Now it is going to make it look a little bit blurry, but that's just because you are zoomed in. So then what you want to do is go ahead to this lasso tool and then make sure to click on the polygonal lasso tool. I like to start at one edge. You guys can start with whatever you would like, but I think that's the best option. And what you want to do is the more points that you, or the more points or anchors that you make by clicking, the better it's going to look, especially for curved objects. If you just go really fast and only do a few points, it's going to look very boxy, and you can really tell the difference between someone that spent a lot of time on their cutout and others that spent maybe 2 minutes. So what you want to do is go ahead and start clicking to put anchor points, and where you put an anchor point, you can't move it from. And unfortunately, with this method, you can't kind of go back if you make a mistake, so it's important to go slowly and go ahead and kind of follow the outline of the object or yourself. Now, again, you guys could spend more time on this, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to spend too much time. But yeah. So the hair is the only part that tends to be a little bit tricky, and the more points that you set, the better it's going to look, especially if you have curly hair. So this is kind of the part where you have to make executive decisions on whether or not you're going to keep flyaways or not. I think it's best to kind of go where the majority of the hair is, and you know, this is kind of the area where everyone has their own technique or whatnot, so just kind of play around. And again, especially with the hair, the more points you make, the less boxy it's going to look. Okay, especially at the top of the head. So I made a point there, which probably wasn't good. So you really just kind of want to make it a circle. The less pointy parts that you have, the better. So that's why making more anchor points looks best. Okay. So the reason why I like to start where I start is because at the end it's just a straight over click, so it makes life easier, especially when your hand kind of gets tired after editing this. Okay, so this is the part where a lot of people have problems. What you want to do is get it as close to the beginning as possible and do a long click, and if it doesn't work, just click it again. Then go to edit and go to cut, and then go to file, file new image, create image from clipboard, and click transparent. Now it's very important to make this bigger than what it says it wants it to do. That way you have room around it to make your outline. So go ahead and click OK, and then go ahead and move your cutout into the center. Then what you want to do is go ahead and go to the layer styles and outer glow, and you can choose whatever color you want. I guess for the purpose of this video I'm going to go ahead and go with black, but you can change it to whatever color. So there's a couple of different things you can play around with: the size, which makes it bigger, and then the hardness, which makes it more of like a marker outline rather than like a glow. So you kind of have to kind of decide on where you want to place this. Yeah, it depends on your project really. Another thing is you want to make sure that this is close to 100, if not at 100, so you can see how it's actually going to look. So this looks pretty good to me. Another thing you can do is to kind of clean up these edges here, is to blur them. So to do that, you go over to this blur tool here and just go ahead and kind of blur out the edges to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, smooth. And a lot of people like to do this before they put the outline on it. I find that adding it after you put the outline kind of blurs those together to make it a little bit more cohesive. But you know, everyone has their techniques, and you guys kind of just have to figure out what technique you like the best for your projects and for your style of digital design. So, okay, you guys kind of get the point of it. Just go ahead around and kind of blur out any areas that you need to. You could also use this to like blur your skin if you wanted to. Just don't go overboard, or it's very obvious that you kind of like mess with that. So then you just go ahead and file and save it, and make sure to save it as a PNG. Now for some reason the top of this kind of looks cut off, so let's see if we go here, file, save, PNG. Save it as whatever you want to, and then wherever you have your thumbnail design, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what you would do. So thumbnail is 1280 by 720. You would add your background and your text or whatnot. So let me just add a quick little background here. It doesn't even matter, whatever you want to do it as. This is just some random one on my computer. Okay, you're going to go to add your own, and then you're going to find wherever you saved your picture from. So I think did I save it to desktop? I don't even know. Let's see. Here we go. So then you have your cutout. You can make it bigger to fit your needs, and then kind of design it from there. But yeah, that is basically how you do a cutout for thumbnails. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know down below, and I would love to see your creations. If you guys want to send me your cutouts or your thumbnails that you used using this technique, I would love to see them. Send them to me on Twitter. You could tag me at GabMarieYT. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.